Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of a recipe video, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I didn't expect when it came to losing weight. So I'm going to share these to either let people know what to expect or to relate to others that might be going through the same thing. So I have my notepad here that I wrote down 10 things I didn't expect with weight loss. So the number one thing is that my feet and my fingers were going to lose weight. And so that sounds really weird. So I am married. My husband bought me a really pretty wedding ring last year for Christmas. It fit great, really pretty. Doesn't fit this year. It's like a whole entire size too big and I can't even wear it, and we have to look for the paperwork so I can get it resized. So that's one thing. Another thing is, before I even got pregnant with my two girls, I used to wear like a size 10, maybe sometimes 10 and a half because I have really flat feet. And then I got pregnant and went all the way up to an 11. But now that I've lost all the weight from having babies, I'm back down to a 10. All of my 11s that I did have were huge on me. So I had to get rid of like all of my shoes. So that was one thing I did not expect. Also, my fingers alone have quite a bit of skin on them just from it. They've gotten better, but that was something that was so weird I really didn't expect to happen. Number two, I am always cold. Always cold. So we live in Alaska. We've been here for 5 winters. This is our 5th winter here. This is the very first winter I have ever had to buy a winter coat. All the other winters, I always just wore like a hoodie and was fine with going outside like that. And then sometimes I would layer my pants like leggings and then jeans or something. And I was fine. I could play in the snow with my daughter and be totally fine and even be sweating. This year though, I had to buy a really nice winter coat from Old Navy and I wear it everywhere. Even inside my house sometimes you can either catch me on the couch in a really thick, like those tie blankets, the really thick ones, or I have like a long sleeve or something on, because, or like workout pants or something to cover my body because I'm always cold and I never ever used to be like that. Number 3 is now I sleep so good. So I've always had like really bad sleep insomnia, and this can kind of coincide with keto too because I have so much energy during the day that by the time it is time for me to go to bed, then I sleep really well. I still have kind of a hard time getting to sleep, but once I am asleep, I sleep through the night. There's no waking me up. And I've always been a hard sleeper, but now I feel like I sleep so good, and most mornings I wake up feeling good, unless it's like really early because I'm not a morning person, but I sleep really good now. Number 5 is how expensive it was going to be. So, and I don't mean like the food, because really my food budget didn't change because instead of buying this, I was buying this instead. So not food or other things you would normally buy with weight loss. It was my clothes. I have changed clothes sizes at least 3 to 4 different times. I'm actually still going through my clothes. I've gotten rid of like 8 trash bags worth of clothes already. I used to be a 2XL shirt and now I'm a medium shirt, medium large depending on the fit. And then I went from a 24 pant to a size 9-10 pant depending on the fit. So yeah, I had to get rid of a lot of clothes because there was just no wearing those clothes anymore. They just didn't fit. And it's been pretty expensive because it was like every, I'm gonna say like 30 to 40 pounds I was having to buy new clothes that fit. And so that got a lot. I've replaced my wardrobe like 3 times now within a year. So that's a lot. Number 6 would be the hair loss. This also a lot of people say happens with keto, but if you even research it and Google it, it will say weight loss is very common to lose hair. I lose a lot of hair. Even a year after, I'm still losing a lot of hair. And my hair loss really started during postpartum with my first daughter. And then I had it again with my second daughter, but shortly after my second daughter is when I started my weight loss journey. And it's still just coming out. I used to have patches. My hair gets really frizzy because I do have baby hairs all over from my hair growing back. Especially like in this area, you can see all the little short stubs from my hair growing back. And I wasn't expecting that, and it's bad. It's really bad. It gets everywhere. I shed like a dog. That's gross, but it's so true. So number 7. So I knew that when I was going to lose weight that I would probably have some skin, especially because I didn't start really working out. I did work out, and then I quit working out, and then I wasn't working out at all. But I didn't realize how much of the loose skin I really was going to have. I have it in my arms, I have it in my thighs, especially on my stomach. My stomach is by far the worst. I also have a hernia there, so my muscles and everything are separated too. But that is one thing I definitely wasn't expecting, was the amount of skin I was going to have. Now my arms and my legs don't really bother me, but my stomach definitely does, because it interferes with working out. It interferes with the clothes I can use or can wear. It interferes with how I can sit. So yeah, it interferes with hygiene. I mean, I keep myself really clean, but you know, my belly button's hidden, and so I have to make sure I clean it thoroughly, which is, again, super gross, but I'm just letting you know this is what happens with weight loss. Number 8 is how much your weight actually fluctuates. So I didn't really step on the scale beforehand, obviously, because, you know, I didn't want to know. But when I started my weight loss journey, I step on the scale every morning after I've gone to the bathroom and everything. And I weigh myself every single morning. And it's usually about the same. It will fluctuate around 1 to 2 pounds. But if I weigh myself in the morning and then weigh myself at night, it can fluctuate up to 5 pounds. 5 to 6 pounds even. And that's just with, like, you know, water weight and your food intake for the day and everything else. But I didn't realize how much your body fluctuated. There is one good side to that, though, is if I do wake up the next morning a little bit heavier than the morning before, I do know it's because of certain foods. Like, oh, I ate a little bit more of this than what I normally do. So that is one pointer. I kind of know my body now. But yeah, the weight fluctuation is crazy, especially with the added like skin. It has nothing to hold on to, so my extra skin holds on to a lot of weight too. Number 9, the amount of people who have an opinion on how I'm going to lose weight. I really didn't realize how many people were going to tell me I was doing my body this horrible thing. But let me tell you, I've had lots of people tell me I'm doing my body this horrible thing. And the truth is I don't think I am. Everybody thinks because I'm doing keto that I'm drinking butter and just eating handfuls of bacon, and that I don't have a plant-based diet. Completely not true. I thrive off of plants. I do not lose weight if I don't have enough vegetables in my diet. It's just simple as that. I have to have plants and veggies and fruit. I still eat strawberries and raspberries and nectarines occasionally, but those are really only my 3 favorite fruits anyways. So I do fine with those. But so many people are like, you're doing this so unhealthy. You're losing weight too fast. Blah, 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 blah. And it's annoying. And I know that sounds so ridiculous, but if you're losing weight, literally does not matter how you are doing it, as long as you're being healthy about it and you're not starving yourself. Don't listen to those other people who are shoving McDonald's down their throats telling you that you were doing something bad for your body. And that sounds super harsh of me, but it's so true. After doing this for a year, it's old, and I just wish people could just, I mean, a lot of people do support me, but there are people who are like, you are doing this all wrong. So yeah. And then number 10, I don't know how to explain this. Number 10 is the emotional side of it. the insecurities about my body. So before I was overweight, the only problem with me was that I was overweight. And I always thought, oh, well, as long as I lose all this weight, then I'm going to be good to go. I'm going to lose all the weight and I'm going to be happy, and that's that. And I'm not going to have any more problems. Wrong. Completely wrong. I think I have more problems now than what I did before. And nobody understands that. Everybody's like, oh, you should be so proud of yourself. And I should be, and there's days that I am, but there's also days where it's really hard to see it. I still look in the mirror sometimes and see the person I was before, especially when you have all the loose skin. And I know I talk about loose skin a lot, but it does affect a lot because you can't actually see what's underneath of all that. So when people look at me with clothes on, obviously they see something different than when I look at myself with clothes off. You can't see what really lies underneath of all my hard work, and that's hard. And another thing is I don't know, just like the physical number on the scale. And I know that the number on the scale should not matter, but it matters, and it's a problem. And I know a lot of people can probably relate to this. But the number on the scale frustrates me. I've been at the same weight, fluctuated between like 183 and 179 for like going on 5 months now. And I just want to be 170. All I'm asking for is that extra 9 pounds. But it seems like it has taken forever, and it's extremely frustrating. And I should look at it with how my clothes fit and how my clothes feel. But there are days where I'm like, these clothes don't fit and these clothes don't feel good, especially if my weight is fluctuated. So that's hard. And a lot of people tell me like, you should probably go see somebody about that. Sorry guys, my feet are falling asleep. And I probably should, but at the same time it's something that I feel like I need to work on for myself. It was not an aspect that I was expecting to happen. It's just, I don't know, it's hard. It's just hard. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it's definitely like a mental block. Like you think, oh, I'm gonna lose all this weight and everything's just gonna be, you know, fine and dandy, and I'm gonna walk down the street and I'll be like, ooh yeah, like I'm this new person. And although I feel like a new person, I still feel like the old person. So yeah, that is something that has been really hard to deal with. But that is going to be it. I know it's a super quick video. I just wanted to give you guys my top 10 things on losing weight. If you guys can relate to any of these, comment down below and let me know. I would love to hear from you guys, some of the things that you think about and some of the things that you've been going through, and even some of the challenges that you've been having, because losing weight is seriously one of the biggest challenges I've ever gone through. Emotionally, physically, mentally, like all the things. It has been super challenging to go through. Luckily I have great support from my husband and my parents and, you know, all the closest people to me. I have great support from my followers on Instagram and Facebook. So I really appreciate everybody, and I just want to say thank you, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.